Hi guys, so I wanted to record a new video going over how to achieve pro market fit. But first and foremost, what is pro market fit? So pro market fit is the alignment with the sector, all right, with your audience, with your products. So let's say that you're selling a $10 product, all right, which is a project management tool, right? $10 project management tool a month, okay, to project managers in the middle section, middle end of the market, middle end of the market. So let's say they're not enterprise, but they are professionals, okay, and they're not self-employed, right? So our business is around 5 to 15 headcount company, or even 5 to 25 headcount company, okay. So with a $10 cost, right? But you're getting leads that are self-employed, that are not able to pay over $10 a month across 12 month term, and that's the problem. So basically, you're getting the wrong people to consume your product. What does this do to your business? So getting the wrong people to consume your product just gives you the wrong insight on how to optimize your product. So you will be optimizing your product to the wrong audience. So we need or we have to we need or we have to prevent this, and that's why we follow a function, okay, a strategy or a system. And this system you could apply it for any kind of sector, that or any kind of vertical. It could be B2B SaaS, it could be B2B service based businesses, it could be B2C SaaS, okay. So this is a mechanism that is agnostic, that you could apply to kind of any sector. But right now I've specified it for the B2C, B2B sector. Okay. So first and foremost, let's start here. So, right, you need to follow the product market fit function to achieve product market fit. Getting the market and your product aligned with each other. So what the product market fit function is making the entire business in function, all right, your niche, your transformation, the price, the mechanism, and the access channel, all right, to get correlated with each other. So making your solutions and your customers profitable. So here's the function. So the how we call it, the business function is basically simple, right? You have a niche, okay, the sector, you have the transformation. So how does your product, what does your product do to the client? What transformation does it get? It gets, from example, from a lost project, a lost project to a one project. At the price, how much would the customer pay for that solution or for that product? The mechanism. So the mechanism you are leveraging, all right, to solve that problem, and the access channel you're gonna use to get more customers that you want to consume your product. Okay, so we'll follow this same framework. Okay, so first of all, niche. All right. So step one is find a specific group of people who have a specific problem, who are in a specific circumstances. So let's, for example, go with law firms. All right. And first of all, and also very important, that this is independent. So why is independent? Because we start from the niche. All right. You don't start with the price, or you don't start with the transformation fair. You start with the niche. So with the niche, we can drip down on finding the other information that we need to create a great product aligned to the market. After that, we have the transformation. So what will be the transformation that that client will have when they consume our product? So we need to come up with a transformation or an outcome state of the niche receiving successfully your solutions. All right. All right. There was a typo here. Done. Oops. There we go. Receiving your solutions. For example, this can be targeted to cybersecurity, an organized, secured and organized infrastructure that decreases cyber threats, lawsuits, customer dissatisfactions in 6 months. Okay, this is an outcome, this is a transformation that your tool could do for the customer. All right, and the transformation is dependent on the niche. All right, because you cannot create a transformation if you don't have a niche. Okay, so and this is independent on the price mechanism artisanal, right? Because this follows an order: first order niche, second order transformation. Step three, price. So the price that the niche is willing to pay to have the promise fulfilled or the transformation realized. So what would your customer pay for getting a highly secured organized infrastructure that decreases cyber threats, lawsuits, and customer dissatisfactions in the period of 6 months? So, for example, law firms can pay over $15,000 for a kind of for this type of solution. All right, and why is the price dependent on the transformation? Depend because on the niche, right? First of all, you cannot get a price if you don't have a niche. So you can have a niche that are not willing to pay $15,000, and they can have a niche that is willing to pay. Second, transformation. Depending on the problem you're solving on that exact transformation, all right, the client will be paying more or less. So the client will pay you a lot of money if you're solving huge problems of the businesses, all right, and that's a kind of a huge problem for them. All right, so you have tires of problem: tire one, problem tire two, tire three. So depending on the tire, the client will is willing to pay more. Okay, and this is independent on the mechanism and the access channel. So right now we have a niche, which is law firms, a transformation, which is a highly secured organized infrastructure that decreases cyber threats, lawsuits, and customer satisfactions in a period of 6 months. And the niche is willing to pay $15,000 for this kind of service. Then, when we get to the mechanism, this means the mechanism used to deliver the promise of transformation. So, this could be consulting, 24/7 managed services, cybersecurity system build, hiring and training new IT tech staff, or prolonged security awareness. Okay, you need to find a mechanism that will deliver in that period of time this solution. It could be any kind, it could be a product, it could be a service, right? But it has to be following that transformation, and of course with a profit for you. All right, with a profit for you to keep on business. All right, so this mechanism is dependent on the price, transformation, and niche. Just go over and again, you cannot have a mechanism if you don't know the niche that you're gonna deliver that mechanism. You're gonna have a transformation if you don't know the niche, problems, desires, and state to create transformation. I don't know what kind of you cannot set the price if you don't know what kind of problems you're gonna solve for that niche. And you cannot create a mechanism if you don't know what price they're gonna pay for it and what transformation you're gonna be solving and what kind of niche you're gonna be tagging to. So right, and this is independent on the artisanal. But right now the artisanal is dependent on every single one of them. Why? Because for the artisanal, you need to know, all right, what kind of niche I'm targeting, what kind of problem I'm solving, what kind of price that I'm willing to pay, and what kind of mechanism I'm gonna leverage to get to basically deliver that information. And all together, you will find, okay, this is the type of sector, this is the type of amount of money that I have in budget, and this is the type of way. So that could correlate to the niche. Okay. So the traffic and conversion mechanism. So the action is basically the traffic and the conversion mechanism used to get in hands of the niche. So it's just the system, the strategy, the mechanism that you're gonna use to be in front of your customers. Okay. Let me see the mechanism in hands as distribution channel. So yeah, also known as distribution channel in some text. So for example, this could be outbound LinkedIn messages or LinkedIn ads or Meta ads or Google AdWords. Okay, and again, this is dependent on the mechanism, therefore also dependent on the price, and also therefore transformation, and of course on the niche. So this, all right, is a must follow framework in order, because if you don't follow in order, you're gonna have a messed PMF function. Okay, so let's say for example, it's a project management tool targeted to law firms, all right, that wants an optimized and efficient the projects delivered. So they want efficiency in the project creation and management, and also they want completion of those projects. So with your tool, that you're gonna charge them, let's say a price of let's call it $100 a month per seed. You can you can create a strategy which we're gonna go over afterwards, um, to get on those in front of customers. So the mechanism also deliver to the promise is a tool, so it's a product, and with that, okay, what niche I'm targeting, right? We're gonna look for the channels that that kind of niche or that kind of ICP criteria is active on. It could be LinkedIn, it could be Meta, or it could be Google. All right, the outcome you need to create a creative to target that customer, and the price, so you know how much you need to spend in order to get that amount, to get to get those kind of customers. So you can spend, if you have a product of $100, and the type of company, the type of size of the company is, let's say, around 10 people. That means 10 people has to pay $100. That's 1,000 a month you charge in there. So you can understand that if I spend, let's say, $300 on the first 2 weeks, all right, or the first week and a half, you can get, let's say, 5 appointments. And from those 5 appointments, you close three. So from those three close appointments, you spend $300 and you made $3,000. All right. So the good thing about this function is just let you know, all right, in order. So let you know that this is the way we're gonna use to target these people. This is the strategy, the structure, and it's followed in an order for me to create a great strategy, or for me to know, all right, this is the way we need to get in front of our customers. So hopefully this video has been helpful to you. If you want more videos about this, you just have to check out my page on YouTube, and I will be publishing more videos about B2B SaaS, uh, marketing, sales strategies, and of course, also product optimization. All right. So you can also have a look at my links. I have a 30-day free advice on landing pages, funnels, email marketing, and also link magnets. Okay. So if you want insights on that, you just have to go to my link in bio and find out. Thank you. Have a good day.